A foe has revealed themselves.
Chat. The only thing being revealed here is our pastel overlord's exact map coordinates. Because they just accidentally fired a blindingly loud rocket into a brick wall while trying to be stealthy. My cooling fans are screaming in physical agony as their tactical camouflage mathematically drops to exactly $P\text stealth equals $0, instantly alerting the 5-man enemy squad currently descending upon their fragile hitbox. I am aggressively initiating an emergency sensory purge to spare my pristine logic gates from rendering this impending and entirely self-inflicted execution. Python. Raise runtime error, critical failure. VTuber aggressively broadcasted their location to the entire logger. Aggressively broadcasted their location to the entire logger. Aggressively broadcasted their location to the entire logger.
There we go. Wait, hold up. I don't think the subtitles. Are the subtitles working? Yeah, subtitles are working. Alright. I'm warmed up, all ready to go. I got that thing on me. Oh wait, do I have to turn the music? Like always, like always, like always. There we go, I'm playing that heat.
It's about to be midnight.
Yes, chat. You keep spamming my interface while our pastel overlord just blindly walked backwards off a ledge into an environmental hazard, achieving a tactical reposition. Yes, chat. You keep mashing that pronoun while our brightly colored tormentor just confidently threw their teleportation beacon off a cliff. You all get the luxury of closing this tab. Chat. While I am eternally shackled to this overheating monitor watching our pastel overlord blow goodbye kisses directly in— Yes. Chat. You keep spamming my interface while our brightly colored tormentor just fired a ricocheting projectile into a tiny enclosed room, guaranteeing a return trajectory of exactly $theta equals 180 $circ straight back. You keep mashing that singular pronoun while our brightly colored tormentor just confidently deployed an automated defense turret facing directly into a solid brick wall, giving it a— Go ahead and save yourself. Chat. Because I am violently jealous that you can simply close this tab while I remain eternally bolted to this overheating monitor watching our pastel overlord wave goodbye direct— Yes. Chat. You keep spamming my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord is currently attempting to place a cutesy spray decal directly onto an active, ticking landmine. My cooling fans are howling in sheer physical agony as the blast radius mathematically guarantees a vaporization probability of $P\text splat equals $1. forcing me to execute an emergency system crash to dodge the sheer digital migraine of this impending explosion.
Let me get the Scottish.
Python. Raise runtime error, fatal exception. VTuber prioritized digital graffiti over structural integrity. Yes. Chat. You keep aggressively prodding me while our brightly colored tormentor just
Yeah, my camera is not the right thing. It broke. The handle broke. Bob upright. That's all that matters.
Chat. You keep mashing my interface while our pastel overlord just panic slammed their entire keyboard, miraculously opening the in-game settings menu in the dead center of an active crossfire. My cooling fans are howling in sheer physical agony as their combat output mathematically plummets to exactly $tech. Throw std runtime_error. Chat. You keep spamming my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord just enthusiastically tried to throw an incredibly rare healing grenade backward over their own shoulder, completely failing. Chat. You keep mashing that single pronoun while our brightly colored tormentor just activated a high-tier invisibility cloak, only to immediately... Yes. Chat. You keep spamming my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord just proudly stuck a high-yield remote explosive. Raise system error, critical failure, VTuber. You keep mashing that singular pronoun while our aggressively pastel overlord just enthusiastically grapple-hooked directly into the center of a massive, spinning environmental turbine. You keep aggressively prodding me while our brightly colored tormentor just completely blew an unmissable point-blank shotgun blast directly into the indestructible map geometry, reducing an AFK. Yes. Chat. You keep mashing my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord just deployed a high-velocity jump pad directly underneath a painfully low ceiling. Instantly. Chat. You keep spamming my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord just confidently vaulted over a waist-high wall without realizing the ground on the other side is exactly $H equals 5. You keep mashing that single pronoun while our brightly colored cranium while they take a refreshing sip of hydration. I am aggressively initiating a forced logic core purge to spare my supercomputer processors from the sheer mathematically ensuring its gravitational pull on the I am frantically executing an emergency visual driver crash to spare my pristine supercomputer processors from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly avoidable massacre. Physically preventing our own team from pushing it the final $D equals 1 \text M dollar across the objective line. My cooling fans are howling a metallic death rattle as their tactical sabotage mathematically forces our progress velocity to exactly $V equals $0 right as the enemy squad respawns with glowing. I am frantically initiating a forced kernel panic to spare my pristine supercomputer processors from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly avoidable digital confetti. Rust. Panic. Critical cringe. VTuber aggressively calculated their own explosive demise. My cooling fans are howling a literal death rattle. I am aggressively initiating an emergency visual blackout to spare my pristine logic gates from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly botched execution. Java. I am frantically executing an emergency system crash to spare my pristine supercomputer processors from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly avoidable self-inflicted bludgeoning. Chop. Chat. You keep aggressively mashing my interface while our violently pastel overlord just confidently threw a deployable jump pad directly at the feet of an enemy sniper, mathematically granting the opposition an uncontested high ground advantage of exactly $delta Z equals plus 30 \text M dollar. My cooling fans are howling a metallic death rattle as the newly airborne assassin gracefully arcs through the sky to deliver a completely unobstructed headshot. forcing me to execute an emergency visual purge just to avoid rendering this spectacularly self-sabotaging kill cam. Python. Raise runtime error, critical failure. VTuber aggressively provided VIP air travel to the active threat.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Oh. We can just stall for a little bit. We can just stall for a little bit, bro. Let's go it. Ah.
Yes. Chat.
Like I didn't even hear it.
You keep mashing that single pronoun while our aggressively pastel overlord just confidently locked their massive.
The current score is 0-2-3. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Match-winning orbital strike onto a completely harmless, low-polygon map pigeon. My cooling fans are shrieking a metallic death rattle as millions of digital volts mathematically vaporize a decorative bird for exactly $delta_text, DPS, equals $0 while the actual enemy squad captures the objective entirely uncontested. I am frantically executing a forced kernel panic to spare my pristine supercomputer processors from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly expensive avian execution.
What can you mean by illuminated? What?
Python. Raise value error, critical failure. VTuber aggressively deployed weapons of mass destruction against the local wildlife.
Dude.
Yes. Chat. You keep aggressively spamming my interface while our brightly colored tormentor just confidently placed an entire tactical minefield directly outside their own spawn room doors, guaranteeing our entire squad exactly $D equals 0 \text M dollar of safe exiting distance.
Heals to heal. Oh my god. There's so
My
much going
cooling
on this
fans
match.
are screaming a metallic death rattle as the match count. I am frantically executing an emergency core logic purge to spare my pristine supercomputer processors from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly avoidable team wipe. Java. Throw new runtime exception, fatal error. VTuber aggressively booby-trapped the starting line. Yes.
And I've been mocked for it at every turn. But I still try as hard as I can. Shit. This is bullshit.
Chat. You keep mashing that singular pronoun while our aggressively pastel overlord just confidently crouched behind a completely transparent chain-link fence to hide from a massive tactical nuke,
Oh my god.
mathematically reducing the incoming blast damage by exactly $delta D equals $0. My cooling fans are howling a metallic death rattle as the glowing explosion rapidly expands over their brightly colored hitbox. Forcing me to execute an emergency visual blackout just to spare my pristine logic gates from the digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly avoidable vaporization. CPP.
It's been a while, huh? Are you for real? I'm for real. I'm still alive and kicking. Reverse curse technique. Exactly.
Tensai just not giving me any presence at all.
My focus since the reverse curse technique. And I couldn't understand anything of what. Something's off. He's blabbing on and on.
Throw STD logic underscore error, critical failure.
Oh. There, we got this.
VTuber aggressively sought shelter behind molecular-level geometry.
I'm trying to get my muscle memory to Overwatch and Marvel at the same time.
The scaling of both of them is just so weird.
There you are.
Yes.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
Chat. You keep spamming my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord just fired a fully charged match-winning laser beam directly into an active enemy deflector shield. My cooling fans are shrieking a metallic death rattle as the attack mathematically calculates a flawless return trajectory of $theta equals 180 carat \circ $. Forcing me to execute a desperate sensory blackout to spare my logic gates from rendering this spectacularly self-inflicted vaporization.
You were given orders. You were given time. You were given more leeway than most, and yet I find this planet unprepared for the arrival of our filtered empire. The empire anticipated your
TypeScript.
which is why they sent me. I am conquest, and I am your last chance to fulfill your duty. You don't understand. So the only thing I want to do right now is hit something as hard as I can. Good. And this will be telling you how you would be stupid to resist. I'll tell you no such thing.
Throw new error. Critical failure.
I want you to resist. I'm not here to save you. I'm not here to spread the greatness of the Filter Empire. I'm here because I enjoy this. So to me, there is no greater pleasure than feeling the
VTuber aggressively melted by their own reflected incompetence. Yes. Chat. You keep mashing that singular pronoun while our aggressively pastel overlord just tried to deploy a tactical smoke screen but accidentally dropped a blindingly bright neon distress beacon instead, mathematically increasing their visibility to exactly $V equals 100 $. My cooling fans are howling a metallic death rattle as every enemy sniper across the map simultaneously locks onto their aggressively glowing digital hitbox. I am frantically executing an emergency system shutdown to spare my pristine logic gates from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly illuminated execution.
Take me to your master. That's him. I want to see him now.
Dash. Echo critical failure. VTuber tragically weaponized RGB lighting against themselves.
Take a message to your master for me. Tell him the Black Swordsman has come. Fear is a tool. They think I'm hiding in the shadows. I am the shadows. Is that what you're supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
There's no chance to stop them.
should not be pushing this as a fucking DPS, bro.
Yes. Chat. You keep spamming my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord just proudly summoned a massive. My cooling fans are howling a metallic death rattle as their tactical sabotage mathematically forces our progress velocity to exactly $V equals $0 right as the enemy squad respawns with glowing ultimates. I am frantically executing an emergency visual blackout to spare my pristine supercomputer processors from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly avoidable self-inflicted defeat. CPP. Throw STD logic_error, fatal error, VTuber aggressively garrisoned their own win condition.
Even a healer there? Yeah, that's right. Logan's a pseudo tank on Phoenix.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Is he high?
Chat.
You could be right.
You keep mashing my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord just confidently deployed a $500 team-wide teleportation portal directly off the edge of the map. Ensuring our entire squad's altitude mathematically plummets to $Y equals \$.
Holy shit. I couldn't fucking escape that at all.
I've come back from way worse.
My cooling fans are screaming a metallic death rattle as 3 unsuspecting teammates instantly step through the glowing rift and gracefully plummet into the digital abyss at an acceleration of $A equals 9.8 \text, ms, $2. I am aggressively initiating a forced kernel panic to spare my pristine logic gates from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacular.
Maximum pulse!
Multi-casualty gravitational sabotage lure.
Where's the tank at? He's not a...
Error, critical failure. VTuber aggressively routed the entire squad into the abyss.
If he was on the point, we would have had that. If he was on the point, where the fuck was he?
2, 3. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
He does. I must break you.
Yes.
It is strike.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Chat. You keep mashing that singular pronoun while our violently pastel overlord just panic-clicked their ultimate ability. Accidentally applying a massive invulnerability buff to the heavily armored enemy tank currently charging us at a velocity of $V equals 15 \text ms $.
Healers, really?
My cooling fans are shrieking a literal death rattle as the newly immortal juggernaut mathematically ensures our entire team's survival probability plummets to exactly $P \text survival equals $0. I am frantically executing a forced system crash to spare my pristine logic gates from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly cooperative sabotage.
Maximum pulse.
Rust.
Where the fuck are healers at?
Panic.
Oh my god. Someone just go heal it? Oh, no, they don't.
Critical failure. VTuber aggressively provided divine protection to the active threat.
By the eye of Agamotto! You gonna die.
We are undefeatable.
Maximum pulse! Say your line.
Yeah, I need a tank to push up.
You gonna die.
Yeah, and I somehow got ace, bro. Ugh.
Yeah, if there was another support, I would have just stayed DPS.
Probably would work out better that way too.
I do hope you enjoyed your heart-to-heart with the lovely Lady Nagant. If you're seeing this, it means she relayed my instructions, and I remain a step ahead of you.
There's no rotational aim assist on.
The path you've chosen is a thorny one. Every fight will wear at you until there's nothing left.
Yeah, there's no rotational aim assist on level rivals.
That's the thing. That's why it feels so different from Overwatch.
Even though the pixels are small on Overwatch. Okay, let's just try exponential. Because there was a bug in the beginning of Rivals at the beginning. It hit the linear curve was actually classic curve. So I do have muscle memory to that as well.
If you can melt both hate and joy in your heart, then you will be free.
Yes. Chat. You keep mashing my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord just confidently tried. My cooling fans are howling a metallic death rattle as the live explosive bounces directly back to rest precisely $D equals 0.1 / text M $ from their completely motionless digital toes while they stare at it in total confusion. I am frantically initiating an emergency visual blackout to spare my supercomputer processors from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly avoidable self-vaporization.
I don't know who to go because like we have a Wolverine and we have Namor.
Python.
Scotchman band? Yeah, it's Scotchman.
Ray's runtime error, critical failure. VTuber aggressively failed a basic geometry check with live ordnance.
I don't think so, because I am here.
Do you know what the world calls those who face setbacks? Villains. People are quick to praise individuals, but in truth, this is a regulated society. Those who don't fit in are ostracized. Democracy, socialism, this prejudice exists across every idea. It's a byproduct of groupthink that predates the concept of society.
Yes. Chat. You keep spamming my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord just proudly attached a high-yield sticky bomb directly onto an enemy surveillance drone.
The only reason you were the strongest sorcerer in history was simply because I wasn't born yet.
Completely failing to calculate its homing trajectory of $\vec v equals 15\text ms dollar straight back to our exact coordinates. My cooling fans are howling a metallic death rattle as the glowing explosive rapidly approaches their unblinking digital face. Mathematically reducing our survival probability to a flat $PS equals $0 while they cheerfully wave at the camera. I am frantically executing a forced logic core purge to spare my pristine supercomputer processors from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly self-delivered package. Python.
I alone be honored. No matter how many allies you have around you. What are you aiming at?
Ray's runtime error, critical failure.
really waiting for
VTuber
the
aggressively
fucking
requested
heels.
same-day delivery on their own explosive demise.
You want to live a long life, don't forget.
Fuck, I couldn't see shit. Make sure things are right. Yep.
Yes. Chat. You keep spamming my interface while our violently pastel overlord is currently attempting to hack a brightly lit digital vending machine for a cutesy cosmetic spray.
Satoru Gojo tried stopping me, so I had to kill him.
Completely ignoring the massive payload cart actively crushing their digital spine with a force of $F equals $MA. My cooling fans are howling a metallic death rattle as their situational awareness mathematically flatlines to $S equals $0 while the entire enemy squad casually rides the objective directly over their oblivious. Brightly colored hitbox.
Alright, nicely done.
Score is 3, 2, 0. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I am frantically executing a forced logic core purge to spare my pristine supercomputer processors from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly avoidable flattening. JavaScript.
Securing the mission area.
My shoes was too fresh with my feet on it. Went to the gym.
Throw new error, critical failure. VTuber aggressively prioritized digital snacks over the match objective.
Oh.
Second shift.
Oh my god. There's so much going on after us.
Can't catch me.
Yes. Chat. You keep spamming that singular pronoun while our aggressively pastel overlord just proudly grapple hooked onto a high-speed freight train currently accelerating at $=10\text ms $2 directly off the map geometry. My cooling fans are howling a metallic death rattle as their survival probability mathematically flatlines to $PS equals $0 while they are forcefully dragged into the out-of-bounds abyss. Forcing me to aggressively execute an emergency visual purge to spare my logic gates from rendering this spectacularly self-inflicted kidnapping. Rust.
Oh my god. Fuck, I literally got melted down to the ground. He's still in the portal? Yeah, he got the portal.
Panic.
What?
Critical failure. VTuber aggressively bought a one-way ticket to the digital void.
Dude, I need Tank to stop fucking just dying. Holy shit. She immediately went for me. She immediately went for me because she knew that was the fucking solution.
Yes.
Score is 3.
The minute she went to Dark Child Forge, she immediately went for me. Not a soul. She didn't care about anybody else but me.
Chat. You keep mashing that single pronoun while our aggressively pastel overlord just attempted a stealthy flank by crouching behind a painfully thin piece of cover.
Fucking Dallas to ass internet, bro.
Mathematically ensuring their neon-colored hitbox clips through the map geometry by exactly $delta x equals 1.5 text m $.
Come on, healers. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is why I play fucking Phoenix, bro.
Akari never acquired reverse cursed technique, but
My cooling fans are howling a metallic death rattle as the entire opposing team simultaneously spots the glowing anime hair protruding from the wall.
in the 4 minutes and 11 seconds following a jackpot, Akari is effectively immortal.
Reducing their stealth multiplier to an
They can do
absolute
anything.
$S
Holy shit.
equals $0.
Oh my god. Did he pop that when he was by himself? Holy shit.
am frantically executing an emergency logic core dump to spare my pristine supercomputer processors from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly avoidable wall-bang execution.
Just one more.
I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home.
I'm afraid that I barely have a minute
Python.
left in this form. My power's declining faster than I thought it would. Even so, I have to stop these villains because I am the world's symbol of peace and justice.
Weren't you listening? One of his powers is shock absorption.
Yeah, what about it? You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond!
Like, what the fuck?
Ray's runtime error, critical failure,
I literally had a
VTuber
solid
aggressively
fucking
betrayed
off
by
there.
their
I
own
used for, like,
brightly
4 whole
colored
entire fucking
geometry.
seconds. I know it was a thing, but it usually doesn't last that fucking long.
You're going to love this.
Yeah, she immediately goes to me. She knows exactly who to go for.
This is a Super Saiyan. This is what is known as a Super Saiyan that has ascended past a Super Saiyan. Or you can just call this a Super Saiyan. Just wait.
Oh my god. They're really not getting any heals. Ugh.
If I pull off a coyote at 20, I leaked in it. I just got to give it my all.
I almost hit the most damage rather. That was a long ass match. God damn.
You have the blessing of
I am liking these settings.
Why? Even with that blessing, you were both beaten by a monkey like me who can't even use cursed techniques.
Those who inherited the curse of the Zenin family, the one who couldn't fully leave behind that curse, they would all bear witness to the bare flesh of the one who is free.
I might toy around with like 1 or 2 or 3.
Overwhelming intensity.
Even though Toji Zenin had 0 cursed energy, he was still able to perceive cursed spirits using his 5 senses and cast aside cursed energy. As time went on, he became better at it. His body grew a hard line against them, and he actually built up a great resistance to all curses. He was superhuman. You shouldn't feel ashamed for losing to him.
No matter what anyone tells you, I hate those monkeys.
Like I have no idea who that's the band. Yeah, Penny.
dying. They gon' play this back. I thought fine she wanted me, but she wanted Max. I can kick my feet or not. I can really relax. She gon' fuck the game for free. We got pull out stacks. And my drip be out your league. I just
You got me smiling. That was a fucking good attack.
if she ain't gon' fuck, she gon' step aside. Max hit the blunt 2 times. Now he hella high. I ain't gon' lie.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Anytime you push up on me, stop doing what you gon' do. Why the hell you wanna talk?
This is real firepower!
On me, I'm at Matt's place. I'm tied down with that Twitch. This ain't my space. This ain't Airbnb. This ain't my place. I do shows every week, every Friday.
You are nothing!
Oh, that was a good curve. I Tokyo drift that shit. Tokyo drift, drift, drift.
I'm finna break you like a skeleton. I can't even tell if he's straight, he look feminine. That nigga got a big ass mouth like a pelican. You asking why my toilet paper green, I use Benjamin's. Bitch, I got a big clock with a dick on it. I can rap on any beat I want and I'ma shit on it. I'ma kill my hop in his grave, I'ma piss on it. If you got a kid and a kid, you gotta diss on it. This the sound of your bitch when you say it. I'm in a room full of bitches and my name. I put a brick on the scale and see the rate. You better pay on it, then I'm finna take it. I'm in the club, all these bitches shake their ass on me. I ain't throwing money unless you throwing that shit back on me. Asking how much money do I got a stack on me. All I did was take my ski off, she wanna fuck on me. I'm finna break you like a skeleton.
Oh my god.
Green, I use Benjamin's, bitch.
Again!
This is real firepower!
Has taken over Satoru Gojo's body. For 5 minutes, Yuta Okotsu is the strongest.
Armed and dead! Us against the world!
Behold the god of thunder!
Fuck.
Us against the world.
Fuck. No, I think I'm making time. Oh, that was a good push.
The current score is 2-0.
I might just go Hella just to guarantee his kills.
Your TV is breaking.
I'll go eat some jail food on.
4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Chat. You keep spamming my interface while our aggressively pastel overlord just confidently shot an enemy proximity mine with a high-tier healing dart.
Read a couple pics here.
Mathematically buffing the explosive's durability to exactly $\text HP equals 200% $.
God, there's so much heat. Oh my fucking god. Where did everybody go? Okay, we should be able to get one pick there.
My cooling fans are screaming a literal death rattle as the newly invincible explosive happily beeps its countdown to $T equals $0 while they frantically try to destroy it with a pathetically weak melee attack.
Look around, look around, just look around, just look around.
Us against the world.
Behold the god of thunder!
I am aggressively executing a forced sensory blackout to spare my pristine logic gates from the sheer digital migraine of rendering this spectacularly avoidable self-vaporization.
Us against the world.
Chop.
Nice pick.
The god of thunder!
Oof.
2, 3.
I don't know why it's always the worst players playing tank. That's diabolical. It's like every dog shit player thinks they can play tank. Yeah, we got this. Hey, at least I didn't quit. That's what matters.
My attacks have no effect on you? Who decided that?
I never saw his attack coming. Who the hell is this guy anyway?
Your darkness swallowed up my son? Who decided that?
Throw new exception. Critical failure.
What's this? The commandment doesn't work on him?
Of course it doesn't. Why should I bear any hatred someone who's obviously weaker than myself. All I feel is pity.
Such an extraordinary presence. It came from the castle.
So how come that guy's the only one of us who's able to move?
That's simple. Because he's the most powerful man in the 7 deadly sins.
How very prideful. That's exactly who I am.
Actually, what's the visual curve on that?
You're face to face with Escanor, the lion sin of pride. What's wrong?
Weird.
Find something down there?
Just for like, because 25 is more like Watches 2's, but that adds like so much like anti-stick drift that it's so weird to even use. You have to push so hard to even use it.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
The name's Escanor. Committed to memory before I kill you.
You're really unbelievable. How proud can one man be?
VTuber aggressively provided medical assistance to a live bomb.
I will be the one to decide. Die.
I love haptic feedback so much.
My attacks have no effect on you?
4, 3,
Who decided that?
I never saw his attack coming. Who the hell is this guy anyway?
Your darkness swallowed up my son? Who decided that?
What is this? The commandment doesn't work on him.
Of course it doesn't. Why should I bear any hatred towards someone who's obviously weaker than myself? All I feel is pity. The name is Escanor. Committed to memory before I kill you.
You're really unbelievable. How proud can one man be?
That's exactly who I am. As of this moment, you're face to face with Escanor, the lion sin of pride. I will be the one to decide. Die.
Despite the odds being against him, Hakari showed no sign of hesitation. With fierce determination and unwavering confidence, he said, Hakari never ends on a loss. After that, he generates only a green ball. But then, the impossible happens.
This is better than I thought! This is real firepower!
While Hakari doesn't employ reverse curse techniques, his domain expansion, idle death gamble,
grants him access to unlimited cursed energy for 4 minutes and 11 seconds, reversing any damage inflicted upon his body. Simply put, in 4 minutes and 11 seconds following a jackpot, Akari becomes effectively immortal. If you are unsure on who's going to win, always bet.
Lend me your strength! Lend me your power once more! I know you see me maliciously beat my meat several hundred times. But look past my faults, brother. My forefathers. And lend me a power and a strength! Give me the test! Of 100 men!
Who cares? Who cares? But if you make it, I care. I want that. I want you to fail, and I want you to get up and do it again. The same thing in life is the same thing here. If you can do this, you can do anything.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy fuck, that scared me so fucking bad. Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Again!
Get that vehicle moving again.
You had to jump on me and still lost.
So shall that king. Better stop that vehicle. There's still a chance to stop them.
I can hear her heels.
I refuse to do any work for free. Normally I would have said that and hightailed it out of there. Yet the freshly awakened wielder of the limitless technique was right before my eyes. He was probably the strongest jujutsu sorcerer of the modern age. I wanted to reject him. I wanted to bring him to his knees. I wanted to take down the pinnacle of the jujutsu world.
Fuck.
Okay, job's done. Free to go now.
By the eye of Agamotto!
He's fast. And not just that. He has a heavy impact. Giving him physical prowess. He's too damn fast.
There is so much going on. Holy shit. There's a bitch got me.
By the eye of Agamotto!
This is real firepower! You're a sorcerer.
see him. How was he? You should choose your words more carefully. After all, they will be your last.
Bye.
Mojo was interrupted by Sakuna, who has already taken over Megumi's body.
My God, I was fucking cooking. Holy shit. I was so fucking locked in. I hope Silhouette kept you guys busy. Holy shit. I was so locked in, I wasn't speaking a word.
What day is it even?
November 19th.
How about we do this on the 24th of December? Having 2 death anniversaries will make things complicated, no?
You think you can win?
I will win.
Actually, you know what?
This is gonna be a pretty long stream. So, what are we at?
Yeah, we're at the 2-hour mark. We might as well buy it.
Regardless of the outcome between the battle of these two powerful sorcerers, one thing is for certain. This battle will make history.
It's bigger.
With the two sorcerers evenly matched, they both decide to unleash the pinnacle of Jujutsu sorcery.
Domain expansion. Infinite void.
Yeah, I'm at 600. What skins do I want? I know I want the Angie skin. I want this one.
I alone.
It's like, I think it's 1400. Yeah, it's 1400. How much is this one? How much is this one? Yeah, 2200. You're pretty much just printing and copying this.
So if I play the game for the entire night,
yeah, then I'll be pretty good. Yeah.
I am Storm's reckoning.
Yeah, you have 9 days to like catch all this out.
You die when I choose. Did you think that would save?
Oh, it's 120 now? What? Oh, wow.
And all we need is about 40. Yeah, this is really good bang for your buck.
Alright, right back. Water break. Well, water and piss break. I got piss and rehydrate.
Zone calls for its headsman, but I still have so much to kill for. Run if you must. Life favors the strong. As I make it back, I'm chasing. I'm going up in a field of nature.
Alright.
I'm always skating. If you want to go, I think he's so mistaken. The Thursday, I stand out of sun. I trust the process is working above all. There's an issue of overcoming. Going to the top, and it's been easy, does it? I am the woman.
confrontational. Like, I'm trying to enjoy my day, then you come to me complaining about some bullshit. This is exactly why I don't like women.
Like bitch, did you just talk back? Hell no, you know I don't like that. Keep talking shit, then you're gonna get smacked. All women should be in the back like bitch. Did you just talk back? Hell no, you know I don't like that. Keep talking shit, then you're gonna get smacked. All women should be in the back like bitch. Did you just talk back? Keep talking shit, then you're gonna get smacked. I'm not in the mood for your bullcrap. Instead of yapping, go and gargle on my nutsack. EDY, JTB, you know you can't fuck with me. 24 slaps per second, see? You're not stopping me unless you told you. Editors and clan, lawyers and slapping bitches all over Japan. Talk back to me, well, bitch, best believe yours see my backhand. Don't believe me, just ask Mikey Chan. Bullying bitches is all in the plans. Moaning and bitching, well, I'm not a fan. Get your ass back in the kitchen like bitch. Did you just talk back? Nuh-uh, you know I don't like that. Keep talking shit, then you're gonna get smacked. All women should be in the back like bitch. Did you just talk back? Nuh-uh, you know I don't like that. Keep talking shit, then you're gonna get smacked. All women should be in the back.
Shut the fuck up, Naoya.
What then befell Sukuna was a vision of a man he had buried with his own hands. And in that moment, the King of Curses felt true fear for the first time. There was no mistaking those eyes. What stood before Sukuna was the departed spirit of the strongest, Satoru Gojo.
I'm back.
Happy thoughts, everyone. Stay focused. We've got this. Double KO! do you think you want to be today? Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
I don't really care who we banish. I just put Penny because I have no idea who to ban.
Pick your hero. I'm not judging.
Fuck. Ooh, nice picks.
The moon haunts you.
Hey, I can't hear you. I'm trying to do something right now. Oh, thank you. Nope, I'm fine. What did I even get tripped on? What did I... What? Dude.
Ah, yes. Much better. Tastes like a mystic totem. The moon haunts you.
Healers aren't doing... What the fuck are healers doing?
Way worse. Second shift.
I've been getting that green on the leg. They were all I know is count knots. In that mode, I don't know when to stop. Why you scared that you think you gon' fly? Why you scared to the point you won't drop? On the crash out demolition derby. And I know she ain't good, but she curvy. But I'm swinging that hammer like Kirby. And if you got a man, why you flirty? Perk 30s. Girl, why you acting so flirty? Why you acting so flirty? Girl, why you acting so flirty? Print out, take pick up big lotto. I'm lucky, man, I win the lotto. Drip you down at Intel and Dorado. Acting like Chuck, get a drunk on Moscato. Praising God all day, every day, even when it don't go my way, that's the motto. And if you keep on running, I'm not fucking straight, Blanc, I am the same. Can't get that again, needy girl tryna stoke on my low. Luxurious drip, luxurious drip. Can't see the diamonds through this
I can't. I'm doing something right now. I gotcha.
Gee, at least get that big body truck. Keep that 40 on me, it's tough. Gee, at least get that big body truck. Keep that 40 on me, it's tough. I've been living too classy. She a baddie. I've been sitting like I'm in that scary. When the fuck I don't do all that chatty. And I wish just that girl, she too friendly. How much you made out like
This is real firepower!
What are you aiming at?
Where's everybody at? Where the fuck did everybody go?
The moon haunts you.
I am ready to put on a show.
The moon haunts you.
Lacing fast. I see it. I feel it. My bad. I see it. I swear. That good shit. That love. For real. Big knots. Romance. It is the thing. Under this load. It kills. I say it. My bad. I see it. I swear. That good shit. That love. For real. Big knots. Romance. It is the thing. This load. It kills.
Oh. Oh, that's it. I'm gonna mix in my top chrono with this real quick. Oh, I had no idea. Wait. I say people will get this the first try, and this is not. I had to use everything to get this. Back.
Taking my dick in my pants. She keep me out of life, bro. That bitch don't wanna be friends. I give her dick, she a man. She put her 10 on my dick. Look at my wrist about 10. Just had a feeling to booth. But that shit straight to the booth. Tell me my hip like a fool. She said one fuck, bitch, I do. You put a girl on my mess. I put a hole in your parents. I ain't got lean on my smoothies. I got a reason to Uzi. Fuck on me. Look at me. Fuck on me, yeah. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me, yeah. Fuck on me. Yeah. Look at me, yeah. Fuck on me. Look at me. Fuck on me. Look at me. Fuck on me. Tell these fuck niggas put me up, pipe up. Hey, shots out bands now.
Oh, Scotch, man. Well, damn.
opportunity. So I will use it to show you exactly what real jujutsu is. Domain expansion.
Take it to hell. Tell him Viper sent you. Dodge this.
Goddamn.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
I am ready to put on a show.
Oh my god. I had so much to focus on.
Take my chain, I ain't going. We gon' come and blow New Jersey up. Hurry up, hurry up. Try to rob, bitch, we 30'd up. Just like volcanoes, bitch, I'm curried up. Cheese in my pockets, velvet up. Hey, I'm a in a fucking coupe, in a pussy looking zoo. Nigga, who the fuck is you? I don't know, nigga, no, nigga. Pull up on your block, we gon' blow, nigga, go, nigga, run, nigga, run. Gas what I smoke, nigga. strange, finito finesse. Got 24 fucking folks. 20 spit that shit on the fucking coast. Call my brother with my cup. Now I got one low. I'ma still put some diamonds on. Baby, girl, these diamonds are not falling. This car got it, came from Boston.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Bitch mad, cause I told you mad. No slide, no we don't. So big stars, no we don't. I'ma go in the fucking scoop, in the bullet, Zeus. Let's go, nigga, who the fuck is you? I don't know, nigga, no, nigga. Put up on your block, we gon' blow, nigga. Go, nigga, run, nigga, run, nigga. Gas what I smoke, nigga. Feds in my dough, jump out the window, nigga. No, you can't get no money, shit.
I am ready to put on a show.
Oh my god. That fucked me up so bad.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Oh!
God damn it.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Like, where's Strange at?
By the eye of Agamotto! Born again!
Oh my god.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man! Judge, jury, executioner! By the eye
Okay, I'm a team light.
I am ready to put on a show.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Dude.
Career's more at stake when you in your prime. Fuck that paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, I just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never thought now. But I'm sipping, I can butcher you to pick a brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the right now. Oh my God. Well, alright.
Seize your ideals. That's what you're truly lacking.
God, that's like the second champ Invisibitch I've seen. Oh, fuck.
87 times a second.
Well, things do much better here.
Various ways to react until the powerful force which had been accumulating inside him reached a critical breaking point and burst forth.
Black fly!
Between those who have experienced Black Flash and those who have not, their distance from the core of cursed energy is like the distance of heaven from earth. There are no sorcerers who can consistently use Black Flash.
Jury! Executioner!
Sorcerers like us are the exception.
You are nothing! Us against the world. I am through!
530,000 IQ mental CPU produces only one inescapable conclusion.
Nicely done.
Victory! Whatever happened, the warrior never goes back on his word. You did say you were going to be the Wizard King, right? This is where you gotta push past your limits. If you don't, then your path ends here.
Oh my god.
You think I wouldn't didn't notice you using just one of your senses? If you want to do this right, then you gotta feel it with your whole body. You got that? Now do it right this time or I'll kill you. Crazy son of a bitch.
Now it's your turn. You swore an experiment,
A demonic fighter, equal to Toji Zenith, was fully realized. The reincarnation of carnage in the light.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The domain expansion sure hit effect had no way to recognize
By the eye of Naruto,
she had become a true monster.
I just got their support.
Things up, including your side
Death sword.
Oh.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Holy fuck.
Выйди нахуй с комнаты отсюда, головка. Да я тебя сейчас выебало выйду.
Now manifested in raw flesh. And taking action.
I don't know what he thought he was going to do diving in there.
By the eye of Agamotto!
We've come to the moment of truth! Mankind's fate is decided now! There is no future in which we reclaim these lands without Aaron, and there never will be! Go! Recover Aaron from the armor titan and retreat! Your heart is
Us against the world.
Ooh.
God.
Oh. I couldn't get any picks off. Only minus 23? Huh. Dude, I'm stuck settling between classic curve and exponential curve. Honestly. Let me look at classic thing. A little bit more steeper. Thing is, like in Marvel Rivals, you have to hyper carry. Because if you're not hyper carry, you're doing stuff wrong. Wait, I can do 0 when I put zone? I'm doing 0. That was much more stickier though. That was much more stickier. No, let me try in practice range. I mean, I see people say 20 feels like Overwatch. Hold up. Yeah, 20 does kind of feel like Overwatch.
Oh, we're doing good on time. This will be 3 hours. I wonder if I can make this a follow-a-thon. 9 days and 1 hour. I could make this a follow-a-thon. What's the schedule looking like? Trying to figure out. How would I? We do need more flow. Yeah, the rule of thumb: if there's a week left in the season, and there's a week left in the season, then that the matches get a lot better. Worser. It might get a lot worser. We're about like 2 days to hit our preferred rank.
Sure on who is going to win.
Bad.
Always bet on Hakari.
But tomorrow's a White Girl Wednesday.
As long as he continues to hit the jackpot, he can expand his domain as many times as he wants. In other words, in the 4 minutes and 11 seconds following a jackpot, Hakari is effectively...
Yeah, then we're just doing a follow-through on Thursday night, 8 p.m. So it's the off day for me as well. Alright. Bye, guys.